everyone. Welcome back to English 2, Unit 6. I'm Sophie Lee. 这一课呢，我们要讨论的是 metaphors. I'm very glad that Professor Yates is with us today. Professor Yates, please say hello to the audience.
Hello, everybody.
OK. 这一课的单元目标呢是探讨字的字典意思和隐藏的含义，例如隐喻的用法。我们先请 Professor Yates 帮我们读这一课的单字。Professor Yates will read the list of words and example sentences.
Refinement.
Refinement 呢是名词，是改变、提炼或是提纯的意思。
Molasses comes in about midway through the refinement process of turning raw sugar into refined sugar.
糖蜜呢，大约是在将原糖转变为精制糖的精制过程中出现的。
Femininity
是名词，有女人味。
Wearing a long skirt was traditionally regarded as a sign of femininity. Femininity is a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles generally associated with women and girls.
传统上呢，穿长裙呢被认为是女性气质的标志。女性的那个气质哈，通常跟妇女还有女孩的这个行为和角色有关。
Offensive
呢是形容词，冒犯的。
This weekend night show online contains language that some viewers might find offensive.
这个周末晚上的线上节目包含了一些观众可能会感到反感的语言。
Metaphor
是名词，隐喻。
The mind is an ocean and the city is a jungle are both metaphors.
思想像海洋和城市像丛林，都是隐喻。
Literal
是形容词，字面的、根本的、逐字翻译的。
The literal meaning of masculinity is worthy of a male.
Masculinity 这个字有配得上当男性的意思。
Expression
是名词，表达。
He gave her a ring as a token of his love and wrote her a poem as an expression of courage.
他给了她一枚戒指，以表示他对她的爱，并写了一首诗来表达勇气。
What does the French expression bon courage signify?
法语的这个 bon courage 表示什么？
Simile
呢是名词，名誉。
She walks in beauty like the night from Lord Byron's poem. She walks in beauty contains a simile.
Lord Byron 的诗作，他在美丽中漫步的中间的那个，他在美丽中行走，就像是夜幕降临，用了一个比喻。
Metaphorically
它是副词，隐喻的。
Metaphorically speaking is not literally speaking. It is something that is used to refer to something that isn't real, but more of an idea.
隐喻呢，不是字面上的字义，它不是真的指那个东西，而是一种想法。
Journalism
呢是名词，新闻工作或是新闻业。
Nelson studies journalism and determines to become a war correspondent.
Nelson 呢学新闻学，并决定成为一名战地记者。
Drunkard
呢是名词，酒鬼或酗酒成瘾的人。
Her husband turned out to be a drunkard and died a drunkard's death, leaving her to care for their daughter and his aged mother.
她的丈夫原来是个酒鬼，死于酗酒，留下她照料他们的女儿和她年迈的母亲。
Tyrant
Tyrant 呢是名词，暴君、暴虐的人或是专横的人。
Many rulers vowed they would liberate their countries from the tyrant, yet they turned out to be tyrants themselves.
许多统治者发誓要把自己的国家从暴君手中解放出来，但其实他们自己就是暴君。
Inclination.
Inclination 呢是名词，感觉、倾向或是爱好。
We should make decisions based on facts, not our inclinations and hunches.
我们应该根据事实，而不是根据自己的偏好和预感来做决定。
Company.
Company 这里是名词，公司或是作伴的意思。
I didn't realize you had company.
我没有意识到你有朋友在。
Frisky.
Frisky 是形容词，爱玩的、活泼好动的。
The feverish baby was floppy, but when the symptoms had worn off, he became frisky.
正在发烧的婴儿软弱无力，但是当症状消失的时候呢，他变得生气勃勃。
Chauvinist.
Chauvinist 呢是名词，沙文主义、本国至上主义、大男人主义。
Susan called David a male chauvinist because he insisted on calling all female workers secondary.
David 呢是一位男性沙文主义者，因为他坚持称呼所有的女工次要的。Thanks, Professor Yates. There are many words which refer to animals. We don't normally look up the words in the dictionary about their denotations anymore. 现在呢，似乎很多的学生呢都在网络上学习，很少有学生去查字典的。那好处呢，就是说，随时随地可以学到英文的机会。但是坏处呢，是这样的一个速食学习的准确性啊，没有保证。例如，大家都知道 "lady" 这个字的隐含的意思有标志和女性特质吗 ？For example, do you know what the word "lady" has connotations of refinement and femininity? 好，今天我们呢就要来看看英文字的隐喻。Professor Yates will read the first paragraph for us. Thank you.
Many words have both connotations and denotations. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, connotation is a feeling or idea that is suggested by a particular word, although it need not be a part of the word's meaning, or something suggested by an object or situation. For example, the word lady has connotations of refinement and excessive femininity that some women find offensive. Denotation, on the other hand, is the main meaning of a word, not including the feelings or ideas that people may associate with the word.
好，我们来看看这一段。Many words have both connotations and denotations. Both A and B 意思是 A 和 B 两者。英文有许多的词既有隐含的意思，又有字典的字面意思。Connotation 就是字的隐含意思。Denotation 就是字典字面的意思。根据剑桥词典，隐含的意思是特定单词所暗示的一种感觉或想法。It need not be a part of the word's meaning or something suggested by an object or situation. 这里的 need 是助动词，不是动词的 need 不是动词那个需要那个 need。它不一定是单词含义的一部分，也不是物品或是情境所暗示的东西。例如 lady 这一个词呢，具有精致和过分女性化的含义。The word lady has connotations of refinement and excessive femininity. Some women find it offensive. 有些女性呢，对这样的一个说法呢，这样的隐喻呢，就感到反感。OK， 我们来看看 find 加形容词的用法。这种用法很常见，比如说 you find something interesting， 或是 you find something awesome。You find something fascinating, or you find someone annoying, 或是 you find someone cunning. 你觉得某人很讨厌，或是某人很奸诈cunning. OK， 另一方面，我们怎么说呢？我们说 on the other hand， 字典字面的意思呢是单词的主要含义，并不包含 not including 人们可能和该单词相关联的感觉或是想法。To associate something with 的用法是联想的联想的意思。The notation, on the other hand, is the main meaning of a word, not including the feelings or ideas that people may associate with the words. 好，我们来谈谈 object 这个单字。It strikes me as the fact that there are some people who do not worry about money at all. Money is no object. 我觉得很奇怪哦，有些人是真的不会把钱当一回事哈。Money is no object， 钱不是问题。为了把事情做好呢 ，money is no object。好，我们来补充 on the one hand，on the other hand， 一方面、另一方面的用法。我们可以省略前面的 on the one hand， 因为看到 on the other hand 就知道前面的意思。好，那天老师呢，在课堂上上课的时候呢，用来说 on the other hand 的这个概念。突然呢，我听见我自己说 on one hand，OK， 这是不正确的说法。当然啦，我就立刻的去订正哦。学英文的人呢，用字遣词要非常的精准。由于 Word English 还有这个 English as a lingua franca， 就是英文为通用语的这样的一个概念的盛行哦，很多人呢觉得英文呢只要能够沟通就好了。但是现在的语言学的学习者呢，可能比较没有那种学好英文，正确英文的概念。如果你的英文很道地，你会发觉呢，在职场上，这个母语为英文的客人呢，会对你另眼相看，甚至呢就把订单给你，而不是给另外一家公司哈，只因为你的英文说得非常的标准，非常的精准。那这也表示呢，你很尊重他的国家的语言。第二段呢，我们谈到字的隐藏意思和字典字面意思的区别。Let's take a look at the second paragraph. Professor Yates will read the second paragraph for us.
Exactly what is the difference between connotation and metaphor? According to Wikidiff, as nouns, the difference between connotation and metaphor is that connotation is a meaning of a word or phrase that is suggested or implied, as opposed to a denotation or literal meaning of words or phrases, or of the contexts that the words and phrases are used in, while metaphor, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, is an expression often found in literature that describes a person or object by referring to something that is considered to have similar characteristics to that person or object. Simply put, it is a figure of speech. The definition of a metaphor is the use of a word or phrase to refer to something that, in the case of English, without the words like or as, which would imply a simile. A simile is a use of an expression comparing one thing with another, always including the words as or like.
是的 ，Exactly what is the difference between connotation and metaphor? Exactly 这里是强调究竟是什么样的 difference 呢 ？Connotation and metaphor 隐含意思和字典的隐喻意思到底有什么区别 ？Well, according to Wikidiff， 根据这个 Wikidiff 的说法呢 ，as nouns 用来当名词哈 ，as nouns。The difference between connotation and metaphor is that connotation is a meaning of a word or phrase that is suggested or implied. 当名词这个隐含意思和字典字面意思的区别呢，在于隐含的意思呢是单词或是短语的隐义 ，as opposed to 和什么不同的 ，OK。而不是这个单词和短语上下文的含义或是字面的意思。Literal meanings of words or phrases. A meaning of words or phrase that is suggested or implied. 隐藏意思是单词或是短语的隐义。根据剑桥词典解释，隐喻是一种表达的方式 ，an expression， 通常在文学中出现 ，often found in literature。通常在文学中出现， 用来表示具有和某人或是某物相似特征的事物，来描述该人或是该物。好 ，an expression often found in literature that describes a person or objects by referring to something that is considered to have similar characteristic to that person or object， 和某人或某物相似特征的。好 ，similar characteristic to that person or object。哦，来，我们来看看，simply put， 简而言之，这是一种比喻 ，a figure of speech，metaphor 比喻、隐喻，哦，就是 a figure of speech。The definition of a metaphor is the use of a word or phrase to refer to something, but in the case of English, without the word like or as, which would imply a simile. 隐喻的定义呢，是使用单词或是短语来指代某物。The use of a word or phrase to refer to 指代某物。In the case of English， 以英文为例，英语的 metaphor 就是不使用像 like 啦或是 as 这样子的词的隐喻 ，which would imply a simile。那如果使用 like 跟 as 的这样的词呢，它就是我们所谓的 simile。好 ，a simile is the use of an expression comparing one thing with another。好，名誉呢，就是将一个事物跟另外一个事物进行比较的表达方式，它总会包含 as 或是 like 这样的一个单词，所以很明显的我们会知道它就是一个名誉。那 metaphor 呢是隐喻。好，例如呢，这个猫在很多的文化里面呢都有特别的隐喻。好，人们认为呢猫是很懒的又很贪心的，所以用肥猫 fat cat 隐喻来表示懒或是很贪心的人。那名誉的用法呢，例如 He is as poor as a church mouse。他呢像教堂的老鼠一样的穷。我们可以想象教堂都蛮穷的哦。那如果他那个老鼠在教堂里面呢，大概就没有什么东西好吃了。好，第三段呢，我们继续来讨论隐喻的在日常语言中的使用对英语学习者的重要性。Professor Yates will read the third paragraph. Thank you.
A number of words are used metaphorically in English, not only in the literature, but also in everyday language, such as journalism and conversation. Take the word root, for example. The literal meaning of root is a part of a plant. Root is used metaphorically to refer to the cause of a problematic situation. Good understanding of how metaphor is used in everyday language is essential to English learners. Most languages make use of metaphor, but the way individual words are used varies from language to language.
Thank you, Professor Yates. A number of words are used metaphorically in English, not only in the literature, but also in everyday language, such as in journalism and conversation. 许多英语单词不仅在文学中，而且在日常语言中，例如新闻业和日常对话中都使用隐喻。Take the word root, for example. 以 root 这个词为例呢 ，the literal meaning of root 的字面意思呢是植物的一部分，跟这个字呢有表示问题根本的隐喻。A problematic situation 就是麻烦而且又棘手的问题，麻烦又棘手的问题，我们也可以说 a sticky situation. The cost of a problematic situation， 麻烦而棘手的这个问题的原因呢是什么？就是这个 root 哦。对英语学习者来说，了解隐喻在日常语言中的使用，对英语学习者而言非常重要。A good understanding of how metaphor is used in everyday language is essential to English learners. A good understanding of 的意思就是好好的了解哦。A good understanding of something, OK, is essential to 对什么来说是很重要的。大多数语言都使用隐喻，但是用什么字来表示隐喻，则因语言的不同而不同。Most language make use of metaphors, but the way individual words are used varies from language to language. To make use of 什么东西啊 ？To make good use of money, to make good use of time, to make good use of the opportunities， 像这样的用法。To vary from 名词 to 名词啊，这样的用法呢，就是因什么而异。比如说 to vary from country to country， 因国家不同而异。好 ，to vary from person to person， 因人的不同而异。To vary from place to place， 因地点的不同而异。好，我们要看看第4段哈。第4段我们来谈谈很多用来形容动物的这个词呢，通常会被用来当隐喻。Professor Yates will read the last paragraph for us.
According to Collins Cobill's dictionary, a big group of words used to describe animals are often used metaphorically. For example, general words for animals such as animal and beast are often used as metaphor to suggest that the way people behave is more like that of an animal or a beast than a human being. Whoever did this is a criminal, an animal. After they got married, her husband turned into a drunkard, a tyrant, and a beast. When we refer to someone as a special kind of animal, we mean they have the inclination to be good at something. For instance, Helen is a bit of a social animal and enjoys company. The following are some common usages of metaphors associated with animals. Those men having coffee over there are a bunch of fat cats with fast cars and too many cigars. There is something sheepish about her. She was frisky, bouncy, and kittenish. He is a male chauvinist pig.
Thank you, Professor Yates. According to Collins Cobill's dictionary, a big group of words used to describe animals are often used metaphorically. 根据 Collins Cobill 字典哦，很多用来形容动物的词，通常呢都被用来当隐喻。例如呢，一般的动物和野兽通常是被用来作为隐喻的，用来暗示当人们不像人类而更像动物或野兽的这样的行为的时候，做这种事的人是罪犯，简直是动物。Whoever did this is a criminal, an animal. 好。他们结婚以后呢，她的丈夫就变成了醉汉、暴君和野兽。After they got married, her husband turned into a drunkard, a tyrant, and a beast. Refer to 的意思呢，是要 to talk or write about someone or something. 好 ，refer to。当我们把某人形容为一种特殊的动物的时候，我们的意思是，他们有做某件事情的倾向。Inclination 是倾向，例如呢 ，Helen 喜欢社交，所以她喜欢有人陪伴。以下呢是一些常见和动物相关的隐喻，比如说，Those men having coffee over there are a bunch of fat cats with fast cars and too many cigars。那些在那边喝咖啡的男人啊，是一群肥猫，他们开快车，抽雪茄。OK， 好，然后下面的一个句子呢，他说，There is something sheepish about her。她有一种像羊一般的习气，令人有一点讨厌。OK， 接下来的句子我们看啊 ，She was frisky, bouncy, and kittenish。她活泼开朗，蹦蹦跳跳的像小猫咪。好，最后一个句子哈 ，No offense 哦，我们只是拿个例子来说。好，他是沙文猪。OK，He is a male chauvinist pig。OK， 这一课呢，我们学到了很多的例子。我们再来看一看哈 ，Metaphors We Live By 的这一本书里面的例子。那英语的成语，我们说 time flies， 就是一个 metaphor 的用法。时间飞逝时光飞逝。Let's take another examples of love is a journey。OK， 我们请 Professor Yates 来帮我们念这一段。
Love is a journey. Look how far we've come. We're at a crossroads. We just have to go our separate ways. We can't turn back now. I don't think this relationship is going anywhere. Where are we? We're stuck. It's been a long, bumpy road. This relationship is a dead-end street. We're just spinning our wheels. Our marriage is on the rocks. We've gotten off the track. This relationship is foundering.
OK， 这个旅程的比喻呢，非常的有趣。OK， 他用了很多不同种类的旅程，比如说有 car trip， 有 train trip， 还有 sea voyage， 还有这个在海上的。哦，大概谈过感情的同学们呢，大概会有这种感觉哈，就是在这个感情的路上面呢，总是会有一些意外啦，有一些情况啊。我们来看看这首诗呢，它在这个 journey 里面，它用 car trip 的这个隐喻里面呢的用法有 at a crossroad。好，另外呢，它还可以形容那个这个 car trip 里面呢，它是 separate way 啊，你开车子你可能会开到不同的方向去，好。各走各的哈，例如这样说，或是他这个首诗里面有谈到 no turning back， 好，就是没有办法回头了 ，OK， 好，或是going nowhere， 好 going nowhere， 还有 stuck 一个关系 stuck 的意思呢，就是它卡住了，就是困在当中 ，OK， 然后你也可以形容这个 car trip 呢是一个 long bumpy road，OK， 又长又颠簸的一条路。另外呢，你也可以说这个 car trip 呢到达了一个 dead end street， 到一个死胡同了，或是呢 spinning our wheel 哦，就是在那边转来转去，跳不出去哦。OK， 好，那我们再看看 train trip 的地方，我们有 off the tracks， 啊，我们有那个 off the tracks， 就是你已经不在应该走的那条路上面了 ，off the tracks，OK。那在 Sea Voyage 里面呢，他这首诗里面有用了几个metaphor， 好，他说 on the rocks，OK， 当你在海洋里面航行哦，你碰到那个 rocks， 那当然就是会碰到船难嘛，哦 shipwreck， 比如说 on the rocks， 哦，就是形容说他们的关系可能触礁了 ，OK，foundering 啊 ，foundering 的意思呢，就是 to fill with water and sink， 哦，就是说他的船里面呢水都跑进去了，然后呢就沉船了。好，所以感觉上这整个关系呢起起伏伏的，不是很开心的感觉哈。所以这都是我们 metaphor 里面的用法。好，我们来看看下面的字，依照正面和负面的顺序来排出来哦。这个也蛮有趣的，我们同学要多学习一些用文字那个智慧啊，那就要多去观察到这个字跟字之间的不同的程度。好，比如说我们拿第一组的字来做一个讨论哦。这个 thin、slim、lanky、skinny、gaunt 或 slender 这几个字，好，都好像是形容一个人瘦瘦的。那但是呢，我们要从比较 positive 到 negative 的形容。这个人我们要怎么说呢？他的程度上的形容是怎么样呢？比如说 slender 哦，我们要形容这个人呢瘦的好看啊，我们的用法可能就是用 slender，OK， 然后再来呢，我们可以说这个人是 slim 哦 slim， 好瘦瘦的。今天非常谢谢 Professor Yates 老师为我们助讲，也谢谢同学认真听课，我们下次见。